Hey everyone, welcome back to Overland Trails Adventures. Today we're going to do a walkthrough of the Grenadier and everything we've done for it, and also walk through how we really started prepping it to go on current trips coming up. We're going to go to the north rim of the Grand Canyon, and we had to do a few different things packing wise, trying to get settled in this rig, still trying to figure out exactly what all we want to take, what we can take, because obviously we're used to big trucks now. We got to pare down everything, and I want to show y'all how we're packing this out and getting it ready, so let's go check it out. So up front, we haven't really done much changes. We installed the Baja LP4 lights on either side here. Those are going to help on trails. We installed the Midland stubby antenna here. Had to make a bracket for it because I'm not paying, $30 for a $2 bracket I can make myself. Let's go around the back and check out what's going on back there. Okay, on the outside, what we've ended up doing is rigging up this little rack system here. This is a molly panel that I had left over from the Jeep. It goes on the inside in the top part of the Jeep in the center console upper section where you can hang stuff on it. I cut it, modified it a little bit, bought some brackets here from Amazon because I'm not paying $150 for some crazy brackets from DVI. Love their stuff, but I'm not going to pay that much. Mounted it here. It is solid as heck. Got a little propane tank holder, got a 5-pound propane tank here, made some brackets to bolt everything down and from the back. There was some dead space here, and there was a bracket system that DVA sells. Looked really awesome, but it stuck out too far and it was really expensive, so we opted not to do that. So nothing new here, really. Already did a video about this. We got the GP Factor table, we got Velcro bags in here from Blue Ridge. We got the Expedition Essentials paper towel holder. We've got our Element fire stick, some more molly panels, and this little light here that we installed just to get a little light on the cooking area. This thing is still super awesome. Folds down, table slides out. Love this thing. We're going to be able to use this a lot on the trip coming up. And I love this little pocket here. We're going to be able to put little things. Our pack out process is pretty simple. With the Salinas rooftop conversion on, we want to be able to sit in here if necessary, but still have plenty of storage, and everything. We've talked about building a bench seat over here, a permanent one, semi-permanent. That's coming, but in the meantime, for the next trip, we're going to use the always solid Zarges boxes. And one thing is clear with the Zarges box on this metal floor from GP Factor. You got to tie it down. So we've built in some tie downs on either side, and we're going to put some more in the front there. We've got some tie downs over here to tie down gear across. So we're going to put, taking our 23-0 chairs, and we're going to have probably at least 3 or 4 Zarges boxes and a couple of soft packs in here for food, storage, miscellaneous, and some recovery gear since we're going to be off-roading quite a bit. All right, what you see here is an inside molly panel from Goliath Overland. Same ones we've used on the outside here on the door. What we've done is made this kind of just a real storage area, really good use of this. You've got a trauma kit here, which I made myself, and if y'all want to hear about what I did with that, I can make a video with that. I found it easier to build my own trauma kits for half the price with the gear that I see that it's highly recommended and not gear that's just thrown in there because they know you're probably never going to use it, so it's cheap with the Velcro, you've got a couple of bags again from Blue Ridge, solid stuff. And this is a Claymore fan. Picked up this idea from, I think it's AJ over at GP Factor. It's got a little native ball up here on this rod, and then this fan here, it just turns on nice and simple. Love this little fan. We went ahead and put another ball over here just in case we want to move the fan. We've got another medical kit. This is what we call the boo-boo kit. It's just standard medical kit stuff, not the trauma kit. And that's held on by a Blue Ridge headrest, Velcro panel there. Love that thing, nice and convenient. As y'all know, we're big fans of the Iceco refrigerators. Our good friends at CB Adventure Supply, who's built out most of this rig, started selling Iceco, and one of the newer Iceco refrigerators, the APL45, and this version only is sold at the dealerships, at the vendors, so you can only get this at places like CB Adventure Supply. Real quick, it's got the front panel here, which is very handy. It's got your inputs for power, DC and AC and USB on both sides. And then what the cool part is this top. So in standard refrigerators like this, you got the top, it just lifts up, you know, or lifts out, you know, up from the side. This one goes this way, or that way. That's going to be amazing whenever you're trying to basically live out of the back of a Grenadier. You can pop it up from either direction. I can get drinks from the front seat. I can lift it up from the back when we're in the back of the vehicle to get whatever. Or if we just need to take it off for restocking. This is super handy. I've loved the refrigerators that they've done in the past like this for other sizes. This one being a 45 liter just fits this new Grenadier project great. The GP Factor floor is awesome. It comes up to right here, leaves you plenty of space over here. But we needed to slide this fridge further forward so we could fit stuff in the back. So I've made these extension plates here. Had them powder coated and cut to exactly the size. Had to do a little bit of a modification myself, just, you know, custom fitting stuff. But the guys over at F14 Powder Coating did an awesome job. Couldn't have done it without them, made it look really professional. I made two for each side, but the other side is a little bit different. Let's go talk about that. Because space is at a premium in a vehicle of this size, all y'all Jeep owners, you know, Land Rover guys, whatever, y'all know the challenge of space. You know, we as former Jeep owners, we had to rig up everything. But we're not going to put a water tank permanently in here for right now because we're trying to figure everything else out still, what works best for us. But this 5-gallon jerry can will be our main water supply with a spout at the bottom here. They used to sell these at Front Runner, but Front Runner bought by Dometic has changed a lot, so we had to buy these from Ironman 4x4. They're kind of expensive, but they're pretty good. And we have a pump that fits right in here. We got it from Amazon. You just press the button, it pumps the water out. I'll do a video on that too. If you'd like to see that, let me know in the comments. We're also going to carry a 2.5-gallon version of something like that, or a Semper tank. That way we can have good drinking water. This, let me show you what that's going to add water for. So when we were at Morreflate this past time, ran into the man who sells Geo Shower, and we bought one, and we've become an affiliate of his. We're getting all that set up now. Also have a video about this that you can see online, a full walkthrough. But you have the commercial grade tankless hot water heater, and you've got your gas here. So we're going to run this off maybe a 5-gallon, not 5-gallon, but a little 1-pound propane tank. And this shower head here, you can either hang it here and just get a good rinse off. This is the hose that will go into the 5-gallon water tank, which we'll just set right here on the ground, drop it in there. Now, if you've been following the channel for any length of time, you know we're big fans of Jolka and the different things they can do. Not everything Jolka makes is great, but, you know, for the most part. We have the Jolka shower awning on every one of our vehicles. What this allows us to do, this allows us to have a quick fold-out shower. Let's take the shower head, do a quick connect on the water outlet. The shower head has an on and off button on it. So you get in, turn it on, water up, turn it off, soap up, turn it back on, rinse everything off, get out of the shower, you're ready to go again. Nothing like having a shower in the grid, off-grid in the field to rejuvenate your body and get you ready to go for the next couple of days. We're also going to put the Max Tracks on the back tire here along with a trash bag. Okay, some simple things we've done inside to make long travel journeys work for us is we've added obviously the Wolf box. It's in every one of our vehicles. Can't leave home without it, especially when you're building out a vehicle and you can't see out the back door very well. Another thing we had to add was communications. We've installed the Midland MTX 575 50 watt, the strongest you can buy there from them. And we've installed these little bracket holders here so we could put different things on them, like a phone holder over here. This is an automatic phone holder. It opens up when you put your phone near it, put your phone in, and it does closing and charging. We have our holders up here for the DJI action cameras. Another phone holder here for the driver camera. So when the driver sits down, they've got their communications right here. They've got obviously the screen here to view their maps or whatever on there. They got the backup view here and it records every 5 minutes, frontwards and backwards. As well as it has the cam in the grill so we can see down. Really helpful when you're on trails and you need to really judge your line. Phone holder, communications, passenger. That's about it in here. Alrighty, one last thing I'm going to show you. It's getting hot out here in Texas, trying to show you this rig. So let's check out the inside of the Salinas tent. So you get in, coming up through the bottom. So up here you can see you have monstrous space. Me and the wife are 5'5", 5'6", and so we have so much more space in here than we're ever going to use. And the key to this though is you can't put a lot in here as far as blankets and pillows and stuff like that. It really is it's going to have sheets and this puffle, and that's about it. Pillows and stuff are going to be kept downstairs. Got pockets up there to store stuff whenever you're going to bed, like your phone or whatever, or I keep a beanie up there because my head gets cold. Once you get up here, you can close this. They have a pad that goes here in case you want to use this entire space for sleeping or whatever, but we necessarily, like I said, we're short, we don't need it. But some of the cool things whenever you shut this, or you snake a cable around, you get access to, you have a little button here, that's for the interior light. See, it gets nice and bright up there, shines on the whole thing. And then over here, you then have USB regular and USB-C. So you have all your plug-ins you need up here, all controlled by little knobs. You got one on the other side here too. The windows come down, so you got all the views out the side and the back. And getting down is real simple. We have Zarges boxes down here that we're going to step on. So you just slide out. Somebody can sit downstairs and make coffee, whatever, while somebody stays asleep up here, aka my wife gets up before me. Okay, it's getting hot out here, so we're pretty much done. If there's any questions you have about the Grenadier, anything we've done, anything you'd like to see us do, recommend us doing for trips, we'd love to hear about it. We're still trying to figure this rig out ourselves, and we're so grateful for the Grenadier community and CB Adventure Supply for helping us figure all this out. So if you have any questions, let us know. We hope to see you on the trails.